Final part, let's go.
Well, yep, this is the final part of the Metal Gear Solid playthrough. We did it.
Baby!
It's basically now is the Metroid escape sequence. So we have to get out of here before the base blows up.
Save the animal.
Oh shit!
Damn, no keys. All right, keys.
Yeah, just flip the guys over.
I got it, Snake.
Basically,
That's it.
this is the final sequence of the game. You have to ride this thing and make your way out of here. Meryl's driving, so you don't have to worry about driving. But shooting, that's what you got to worry about. Yeah. So during this sequence, you can like go into first person and shoot like that. It doesn't necessarily work. For one thing, you can't actually aim the gun up or down. So you're just relegated to left and right controls, even in first person. So aiming up and down doesn't work. And also, shooting is the square button, and first person is the triangle button. So those are, yeah, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. And I'm gonna assume it's been a while since any of you guys have held a PlayStation 3 control. The face buttons are
Not true.
Oh, really? Okay.
I do remember it's like triangle is Y, square is X,
Right.
circle E, and axis A.
Like, not only that, it's the spacing of the face buttons all apart from one another. Because with the other game controllers, like even the PS4 controller, they're very tightly close together. But with the PS3 controller, you know, PS2, PS1 as well, they're fairly spaced out apart. Like, they're not tightly close together. You actually have to, like, try. What I'm basically trying to say is squeezing square and triangle on the PlayStation 3 controller and below is not comfortable.
That's why I gotta pull out the claw grip.
The claw grip, right. I don't even know how people can do the claw grip with control. Isn't that all right, guys? Time for the Tekken stance. Yeah, because I didn't know about this for the longest time, but I sampled Tekken 6. The fighting controls are really weird. Like, I can get down with the idea that each of the 4 face buttons controls a different limb of the body. I like that. That's cool. It's just that the D-pad and the analog stick do different things when you're making combos. So you'd have to, like, if you want to do certain things, you have to switch to the stick. Then you want to do other certain things, you have to switch to the D-pad.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that liquid?
It's interesting. Oh yeah, Liquid's still alive. Yeah, he has to be a freaking Terminator.
I got all the recessive genes. I can't die.
I got the recessive genes. I can't die.
Railgun to the face.
You know, Brian, it's like the meme of you know, the Thor family tree, because Loki and Hela both have black hair, and like Thor has blonde hair.
So are you sure you're not the adopted one?
We're supposed to think that Loki's the adopted one, but look at the rest of the family. Thor's the only one that has blonde hair. Wait a minute here.
Was if they were Greek gods, then it's understandable because you know Zeus, he'd be getting around. But
Right, it's the Norse mythology.
right, and in Norse, I mean, I don't know. Granted, I don't know too much about Odin and Norse mythology. Granted, I don't know much about Norse mythology in general, other than a few things, and most of my knowledge just centers around Loki.
Yeah, and in pop culture, at least for the last 20 years, Greek seems to be more popular than Norse. I'm not sure exactly why, but that's just how it's been for a while now. He's a fucking Terminator.
I think
this
I
man
think
has
it
a
probably
philosophy.
started because of Disney's Hercules.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think
I think Disney's Hercules, that and the popularity of the Percy Jackson series.
Oh, yeah.
I think those
the
two.
Fox dot. Yep. Fox Die finally killed Liquid.
He
Yeah.
didn't even get to shoot his FAMAS.
So it's kind of a bittersweet thing right here because Liquid was questioning earlier like why he wasn't dying because of Snake being around. But so Snake kind of thought, oh, I guess that means Fox Die isn't a threat to me then. Yep, he's saying it right here.
Don't say it, Snake.
Yep. Snake is then figuring out, oh, I could die too. And that will become a plot point in Solid 4. Because Solid 4 has Snake on the verge of dying almost. Because of his the Fox Die and just being a clone of Big Boss as well.
The Secretary of Defense has been arrested. Early retirement. Arrested?
Early retirement.
Metal Gear.
What was that thing? It was like the fucked up joke that you said about the JFK assassination.
Acting alone.
It's like it wasn't an assassination; it was an early impeachment or something, surprise impeachment or something.
Surprise impeachment.
Over this operation. I see. Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets. I wonder about that.
Yeah, the Secretary of Defense was acting alone on this part of the entire mission. So the president didn't have any knowledge that this was going on at all. It's basically the bureaucracy turning behind his back. Basically, now that the Secretary of Defense has been arrested, Campbell can now have control over the project again and basically conclude the mission forthwith.
I've got a present for you. There's a snowmobile close to you. Mei Ling saw it on the satellite photos. This time of year, the glaciers are pretty calm. You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys at the DIA and the NSA never expected you to come home alive.
Me neither. I better not show my face around here.
No danger of that. You two officially died after your Jeep sank into the ocean.
That's not too far from the truth. Dr. Hal Emmerich should be somewhere on the base. I want someone to bring him in.
I understand. Leave it to me.
Okay, Roy. Are you gonna be okay?
Don't worry. I've got an insurance policy. A hard copy of all Mei Ling's data. As long as I've got that, you, me, and Mei Ling will be fine.
The battery on these nanomachines will run out soon. They won't be able to follow us.
I guess we won't meet again.
Don't worry. I'll pay you a visit sometime.
Till the next game.
Tell me one thing.
What?
About Fox Die.
Meryl will be fine. She wasn't included in its programming.
What about me?
Right, Meryl just happened to be there. She was not a factor in the Fox Die plot at all.
Don't worry. Mei Ling is with her right now. I'm switching over to Naomi.
And Naomi's back because even though she was basically the one to give Fox Die and this one that also sent Gray Fox in there secretly.
He told me to tell you to forget about him and to go on.
Like she had bad intentions, but she finally turned around and basically sympathizing with Gray Fox right now. Empathizing rather.
Your brother just saved you, me, and the whole world. He fought with every ounce of strength in his body.
Maybe now he's finally found some peace. He wasn't really my brother anymore. Ever since he fought with you in Zanzibar, he's been like a ghost. A ghost looking for a place to die.
And anyone else crying right now? What were you saying?
Emotions, I would be.
Like the cutscene before the credits.
That's up to you.
Oh yeah, the game's over.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's yeah. Basically, as soon as you got out of the escape sequence and killed Liquid, that's basically the end of the game. So these are the closing cutscenes here.
That's all I can say to you.
good game. Good game. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Amazing story. Oh, there's more. That's right. This is a movie.
Right. It never ends.
Like a Marvel movie.
Unchangeable.
It would have been funny in the communication if it just
Right.
became the credits, like they started listing off the people who made the game and the staff and shit like that.
Yeah, no, but yeah.
I told you before.
Just like during that black screen, just the credits start and then the game continues. It's like, oh shit, there's more. They go back down.
Oh, the post-credit scene before the post-credit scene.
Right.
Right.
Oh god. It's like that one Lord of the Rings movie with all the fake out endings.
Oh yeah, the Return of the King.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people always harp on the ending of Return of the King because it didn't know when to, have its conclusion. It wanted to like tie up all of its loose ends right then and there. And so they always make fun of that because, and also how it's presented as well, because it does like a camera pan out and then it shifts over to
No,
the next
it
scene.
literally makes you think, okay, the movie is ending, let's get ready to go. And then it's just like and then it just transitions to the next scene and people start talking again and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah. Fun fact, the Lord of the Rings movies are long.
Holy.
Yeah, but you know what? It's worth it. People always harp on the ending of Return of the King. I don't mind it because I know what I'm getting myself into. And that's pretty much the thing with the Metal Gear series as well. You have to know there's baggage with this game, and so if you want to get into it, you have to expect what's coming to you.
But from here on, I'm going to just live. Genes exist to pass down our hopes and dreams for the future through our children.
And basically Snake and Meryl just finding the snowmobile and Naomi narrating the final lines of the game, movie, whatever you want to call it.
I imagine she's just saying this while Snake's just listening, and in his head he's like, "Shut the fuck up!"
I think I've said this. I think I've said this before, but in the next game, Metal Gear Solid 2, you have a codec like in the middle of the final boss, and it's like 20 minutes, and the final boss
God.
is like, "Why are you just standing there?"
Meryl going on this like awesome end speech in her own mind about how like, oh my gosh, we just did this amazing mission, this amazing journey. We've grown as people, and I just imagine in Snake's head, he's just like, how much air can I get on this snowmobile?
I bet I could do some sweet flips with this thing.
I've lived only for myself. Survival has been the only thing I cared about in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
What about now?
My
What
Wrangler
do your genes
jeans.
say about
Oh, yeah, the other day, I saw this article. I don't remember who the article was by, but apparently there is a strong
Someone like you.
possibility of Metal Gear 1 through 3 being remade.
Maybe. And the only reason I say maybe is because recently, I didn't find this out until about a few weeks ago, but Metal Gear Solid 1, Solid 2, and Solid 3 just got delisted from the PlayStation 3 store because Konami lost the rights to it. I don't know how that works, but it just is. They got delisted. So that I think that's kind of where the rumors of like Solid 1, 2, and 3 are getting remade.
I know we'll find it.
Maybe. Am I opposed to the idea necessarily? I mean, Solid 1 already has a remake for the GameCube, but it's incredibly expensive.
Are you opposed to it, iffy, or excited?
Well, it's just a rumor. Like,
Brings new life.
I'm not
The
gonna
idea.
say to the idea. I'm not per se excited because I don't necessarily
You're iffy.
I don't want it. Iffy, like what I'm trying to say is it's not going to happen. But and I don't think they necessarily need to. But if we just want more
I'm gonna like this new life.
marketing out there, because of the mediums that these games are on, they're pretty old. So if we just want a new light to them, then sure. And include the mechanics from like Solid 5, because mechanically that's probably the best one in the series. Because Solid 1, Solid 2, Solid 3 are top-down like Zelda games, like we've seen. But they changed the formula in Solid 4 to like traditional third-person shooter with stealth mechanics. Don't forget that. But yeah, Solid 1 already has a remake on the GameCube. It goes very expensive. So I can probably understand that one as well. Oh yeah, here's the thing. As of 1998, there are this many warheads in the game. And fast forward 24-ish years right now. That
This
number,
many warheads in the game?
no, this many warheads in the world. Basically, they did a whole like data collection thing of like how many warheads, active or disactive, what have you, are in the world as of then. And from what I hear, the GameCube remake that was 2002, that number got updated.
Yeah.
So hey, maybe that's another reason to get remade. 2022. see how many nuclear warheads are in the world. Oh man. But yeah, my friends, that was Metal Gear Solid, the movie. I think.
Movie, the game.
The movie, the game. There's some gameplay scattered around in here and there, but it was primarily a movie. Brian, what did you think of it?
I had a fun time. It was definitely an engaging story. I mean, near the end of it, it did. I know that they were trying to like tie up loose ends, and again, I mean, since this is like my first like full Metal Gear game that I've gone through,
right?
It's my first like just introduction to the characters, and so by the end of the story, it did kind of just feel like, you know, as I said, they were just throwing twists at you.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know how many of the Metal Gear Solid games we're planning on doing, but hopefully by whenever we're done with them, I'll have like a newfound love for having those twists be there.
For the record, I want to do Solid 2, Solid 3, and Solid 4, and that's it.
Okay.
So 5.
As long as we get the B guy, I'm fine.
That's Solid 3.
Okay. Which one had the giant ladder sequence? Was that also 3?
Snake Eater.
Okay, yep. All 3. Cool. As long as we do Solid 3, we're fine.
So we're doing 5 Metal Gear games.
Rising, because Carlos did that. Yeah, what did you think, Carlos?
I jumped in just because I thought it was funny, and I just kind of stayed because. And in terms of story, and it didn't engage me. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Is it because you've probably seen this thing a million times in anime?
Maybe, I don't know. Dude, in all fairness, Josh knows this. I'm the rom-com type of guy. I watch a lot of rom-com.
Okay.
And I just think this didn't engage me because the same reasons I don't watch a lot of action anime.
Interesting. Even though, how many Dragon Balls have you seen?
Just Z and Super.
All of it. Okay. Alrighty then. Cameron, what did you think of it?
No, I mean, realistically, let's be fair, I kind of forgot about a lot of things.
For sure, yeah.
That's merely just my tired brain from work, but, I always make this game a comparison to Splinter Cell, mainly in its, gameplay.
Yeah.
Because they both kind of revolve around this kind of, like, stealth-based, rather than just the standard games that I've kind of been just guns blazing.
Right.
And while I always have more interest in Splinter Cell than Metal Gear, I do believe that this was actually... What's the word I'm looking for?
Is it different from engaging?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's also something that... It's a game that kind of makes you think about your choices.
Right.
Where in the past of other games, for instance, like Call of Duty, well, with the exception of Black Ops 2, it was kind of just, do whatever. This is like you have some small minor.
You like the idea that this game actually makes you think about your actions.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's more so in the story rather than the gameplay, because in the story they do because there are a lot of fucking cutscenes here, guys. Of course, they're gonna try and emphasize that via the story, but yeah,
interactive movie.
There's interactive.
Welcome to
movie.
Disney Interactive.
Hold on. There's a Disney Interactive. There's a freaking.
God.
There's a movie video game interaction in the Metal Gear sense, then in the Heavy Rain sense. All right, but Josh, what did you think?
I never expected to be part of this, especially since I never signed up for it. But now that I've sat through the entire thing, essentially, I'm kind of glad I got to experience Metal Gear. I definitely had a pretty decent time and stuff like that. And I mean, sometimes I wasn't really paying too much attention because I kind of... Sometimes I'm not willing to sit down and watch an entire movie and stuff like that, but I mean, the game seemed fine enough for the time, and I liked some of the like twists and like fourth wall breaks and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it's like in terms of like dialogue, it's good to just like turn off your brain. It's something I would have in the background just playing in terms of like its cutscenes, just as I'm doing something else.
Yeah.
Will I sit down and watch all these? No.
For sure. Especially like if you like compile them all into YouTube, they're probably 4 hours long.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the gameplay is definitely kind of bare bones, but I mean that's probably because more of the limitations of the system this was on and stuff at the time. But I mean. Yeah, it was fine. I probably won't come back for the other games, but it was fine.
Alrighty then.
No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one, Solidus. What should I do about the woman? Yes, sir. I'll keep her under surveillance. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye. Mr. President.
Oh! What a twist.
Dun, dun, dun.
Surprise gopher face.
Oh, wow.
That was
Saved 7 times. You got found 22 times.
Funny.
Damn, you're trash.
It would have been funny if it was Otacon who was secretly the bad guy.
No, he's too much of a... well, his father's too much of a pussy. Otacon's actually Chad.
He's a Giga Chad.
You're right. No, that was Ocelot on the phone, speaking with the President of the United States.
Joe Biden. No, just kidding.
Joe
Yeah.
Biden.
It's secretly George Bush.
The game is set in 2005, so that'd be accurate. But the next game, Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty, starts out in 2007, then time gap, then to 2009, presidential election. So yeah. So basically, that post-credit scene means Ocelot is still alive. Obviously, he's been working under a guise that Liquid didn't know about. The president is involved in stuff, and not only that. The president is also the third brother of the third clone of Big Boss, Solidus Snake.
Yeah, George Bush was secretly related to Big Boss. That was the big.
That was the big plot twist.
Yeah,
that was the big plot twist.
That's how it works.
How funny would that actually be?
Oh man, but yeah. Well. I like this game a lot, and just the franchise, not as a whole, obviously, because I have my problems with the prequel trilogy, but just Solid 1, 2, 3, and 4 are great games, great movies rather. Again, because these I play
They're
these
playable movies.
I play these games for more for the stories rather than I do the actual gameplay. Because from the gameplay that I've seen here, yeah, it's stealth, it's robust for sure, but just looking at it, it's a top-down Zelda game.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
basically
fairness.
what it is.
For how ridiculous, especially I'm gonna probably try to expand this more. Metal Gear Rising's story was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure.
It tried to be deep, but it wasn't.
I'll have to see that one for myself because I still don't know the plot of that one. But as it goes, Solid 1 is a great movie. And I love it. It's got the, you know, like Cameron is saying, it makes you think about your choices not as a player per se, but as an individual of humanity. You know, because with that fate versus free will theme of it's like trying to make you think who are we as a species versus who are we as individuals. What makes us similar to the rest of us, what also sets us apart from everybody else.
Yeah.
Right. And Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, the basic theme of that one is like, let's go with the idea that you have free will. If there is
Let's say hypothetically.
Let's say hypothetically that you do have free will and it's not fate. Does your free will really matter when it's run by a secret society?
What?
You'll see.
Starting to sound a lot like the United States.
You'll have to see in Sons of Liberty, yeah. The game came out in 2001, and god damn, it holds up today. Alrighty then. But yeah, that was Metal Gear Solid. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe to our channel, and see you guys next time.